we are.
Oh, here we are again. Nobody's watching. Oh, dearie.
Give me a chance. Give me a chance.
Give them a chance. We're late. They should be on the button. They should be knocking the door down. Where are you? Hello, there's two people there. We were just saying how wonderful it is to have you here. Could you give us a shout in the chat, if you would, please, so that we know that we're broadcasting loud and clear? That would be wonderful.
Well, we started live and then
Nothing
happened.
happened there. Like a Twilight Zone. Right. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to a Simply Spooky. And this evening, we're going to be talking about, well, sex demons, for want of a better description, incubuses and succubuses. And we're going to see where this sort of conversation takes us. Hello, William, and hello, Liz. I hope you're both doing well. Hope everything's good your end. First of all, I want to see how everybody's been. Eric, how have you been this week?
Really good.
Excellent. Life treating you well?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Parker, how have you been this week? Mostly sober?
Yeah.
Mostly sober. Have you had a good week? Well, has it been okay?
So, yeah. It's
been okay,
right.
okay. No problem. Young Vivian, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm still suffering with the remnants of concussion.
Yes, you caught a bang on the head on Friday, didn't you? And you
had a head injury, yeah.
But you still went on the investigation.
Sunday.
It was good.
I did, yeah. Yeah, of course. Right, hang on.
Hi, Cliff. Hi, Sarah. Hope you're both doing well. Hi, Liz. I'll say hello, Liz. I'll say it again anyway. Hello, Liz. William knows. I said hello to William. So, yes. So, hello, everybody. So, Viv, how are you apart from the old knock on the bonds?
I'm okay. I'm a bit tired. Work has gone crazy again. Trying to catch up on sleep as you do. I think I caught up on sleep, but I think my head injury sort of
Yeah, I must admit, Friday, but even though we took that drive to Nottingham, by the time we got there, you still looked a bit not sure what was going on, but good. What happened there?
What was that?
Oh,
dark fume. Right. So this week we're going to be chatting about incubus and succubuses. Now, for me, the first thing that comes to mind with incubus and succubuses, or the first venue that comes to mind for me, is the Ancient Ram Inn, because I know that the owner, or the previous owner, John, who used to live there, he said that he suffered with lots of problems from a succubus that used to come down and attack him, to the point, I think, where he stopped sleeping upstairs at night and sort of decamped down into the main area, lounge area, bar area, as it would have been, and he had a sofa there and he used to sleep on that. And I remember, and it's still there, I think, to this day. I can't remember what it was last time I was there. There was a big Bible there, like a family Bible that he had, and a crucifix that he kept protecting. And he used to say every time he felt that he was going to be attacked or this entity was around him, he would produce this and he'd maybe read something from the Bible and trying to get rid of it or move it off. That was probably one of the most well-known stories I've heard about them. Yeah, go on, Viv.
Tell people what a succubus actually is. Now, I've got this book here. I've got this book here.
Good book.
Which explains a few bits and pieces, but I'm going to read what it says in this book. Definition of a succubus. Succubus, a devil in female form. The succubus specializes in seducing men. Although feminine in meaning, in form, this medieval Latin word succubus is masculine because demons were supposedly sexless. The feminine form succuba, strumpet, is occasionally found, since women were allegedly more, I can't pronounce this word, licentious than men. The male incubi appear more frequently in works on demonology. It is supposed that incubi outnumbered succubi by 9-1. There you go.
There you go, then.
If you understood that, let me know. Answers on a postcard, please.
There'll be a prize in it for the first one to come up with the right answer. Yeah, it's an interesting subject. But I think earlier you were mentioning, Viv, weren't you, that you saw something that it came from, it was a after wet dreams, wasn't it? It was like people used to use it as an excuse for whatever for wet dreams or
Incubi thing. It was talking about the witches and the Maleficar. Well, I can't pronounce
Maleficarum.
that one.
The Maleficarum, which I believe is
Um,
the hammer of the witches.
but it goes into the succubus because we was going to start on ancient Ram. So it's the succubi is what would
What's
have.
there?
I look really dark.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so dark, but there you go. Anyway, so I started to get because I have no inclination about this. I do not know the first thing about this, but reading and having a little flick through, a lot of it, and please forgive me if I sound ignorant, it rests on your faith and your beliefs, your belief system. So if you're very religious and especially into your demonology, if you were Catholic, I suppose you would believe in demons as well, the devil, that sort of thing. But it brings in the saints and stories and things like that. So to me, I think incubi and succubi, incubus or succubus, however you want to pronounce it, is very much faith driven.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
What are your thoughts?
I think if it's going to be classed demonic, then it has to be faith driven, doesn't it? I think that the word or the it's sort of Judeo-Christian term, isn't it? Really.
And it's funny, nymphs are also in here, are also referred to being called incubi and succubi, nymphs. And yet I thought nymphs were these lovely fairies found in the forest.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, isn't there something in the Bible says that when the demons were cast from heaven, they were cast into a chasm of the earth, and then as the earth sealed to contain them, what was left hit the ground, and then they became your, I suppose, ritualistic pagan gods and goddesses and what have you. Or things like nymphs and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying that this is what
I've read something here. This is quite funny, actually, and sad at the same time. The first accounts of succubus made her more desirable than a mortal. Pico della Mirandola told of a man who had slept with a succubus for 40 years and would rather die in prison than give her up.
Really?
She must have been a goer then, eh? She must have been that's the sort of spirit I want visiting.
But is that somebody that's really sort of lost a grip on reality, or is it?
Recently, you've got that woman who said she wanted to marry a ghost, didn't she? And she was having a baby by him.
So is that incubus and succubus playing up again? Or
I just think it's. I don't know. I would not have a clue. I know nothing about them really.
Yeah.
Apart from just the general outline of what they're supposedly or supposed to be. I don't know how they've emanated or because there's different rankings, isn't there, of demons and angels and what have you, and I don't know where they sit in that ranking.
But it says here in the Malleus Maleficarum,
Maleficarum, yeah.
Related an incident at Koblenz in Germany. In front of his wife and friends, a man was forced to have intercourse with succubus. He kept it at 3 times, and when the succubus wanted to romance the man, fell to the floor, worn out. Later writers, probably desiring a parallel the allegations that witches found intercourse with the devil cold and painful, made relationships with succubus similarly frigid. Guzzaro told how a couple procured succubus for their son. Although he had hooves for feet, the boy was eager for initiation, but if it was as he had entered an icy cavern. So you might be having sex with these things, but it's very cold in there.
Well, apparently, reading earlier that there's actually been children produced by people doing that with incubus and succubus. In fact, Merlin was supposed to be a type incubus.
Yes. What was the witch?
Morgana.
She was meant to be into all of that, wasn't she?
Yep.
Stories of succubi recur throughout medieval times
Mhm.
in the 16th and 17th century and were found chiefly in reports of trials. So if you were picked up for something, or I don't know, it just seems like they were using it to their advantage.
Do you know what, Viv? What you said actually now makes sense. When you said about imp, didn't you?
Yeah,
Because they used to turn around, they used to look for familiar marks of a familiar, didn't they, on a witch?
yeah.
They'd look for things like a third nipple, but that could be a spot or anything. Or you could have a little mark or like a birthmark, and they'd be like, look, that's where the imps, because they said the imps were sucking from the teats. So obviously, yeah, that's where they've made the connection between the imps and the demonic, I guess.
Listen to this, Jandan. Another far-fetched anecdote was given by the Dominican Johannes Snyder, 1435.
What?
But many harlots, he said, offered their services for those attending the Council of Constance, 1414 to 1418. But the most sought-after call girl was Succubus, who even boasted of the money she had earned. Such fantasies, so obviously somebody's doing something with a prostitute. However, in 1468, condemned to death a man at Bologna for running a brothel staffed by succubi. 2 centuries later, George Sinclair in Satan's Invisible World Discovered, 1685, related the execution in 1655 in Scotland of William Barton and his wife. He confessed that he lay with the devil in the shape of a gentle woman, and she had £15 of him in good money, but he denied it again before his execution. So it just sounds like, to me, it's something that's drummed up. Everyone's jumped on the bandwagon to be able to get away with things, and the succubus seems to be the man's guilty pleasure.
Bit of a fall guy, isn't it, really? Bit of a setup, isn't it? It sounds like, really.
If we caught Jay going with a prostitute and we found out, he'd go, no, it was a succubus. That's what he'd say.
Yeah, just to pass the buck.
What do you think about all that, Jay?
I don't know really. I don't know until it happens. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them that I think back in the old days, I think it was just kind of like a myth because they had like the witches and stuff like that. So they would probably put like a spell on you and say, right, you're going to get by these demons. They're gonna cause your life havoc. So I think that was just kind of like a threat, to be fair, if that makes sense. Like I say, I'm not clued up like you guys. I'm not.
No, but it makes sense. It does make sense.
The only time that I heard about it is when we went to the Ram. When we saw some other people in there getting touched or whatever. So the only experience that I've done is just being touched by a ghost, and that is it. That's not. I haven't been touched on the bum or anything like that. Well, yeah, in the genital region. So until it actually happens, I can go, oh, it could have been that, or it could have been this. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna. Oh, I don't know.
No, you're right.
That's what my thing is like. When the witches are around, if you wasn't liked or they were practicing witchcraft on you, that I think that's what that kind of was, like the spell. Go away. But so yeah, until I know a little bit more about it, then I can start having my opinion.
That's fair enough.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us that au fait with it. To be honest with you, I mean Eric might be, but I'm certainly not.
It says here what Eric was saying earlier. Merlin was supposed to have been fathered by the devil. In this 14th century French manuscript, the devil is seen copulating with a woman in bed. And that's from I can't pronounce it, it's French, Bibliothèque Nationale, Paris.
Does that mean yes, please?
Do you want to see the picture? I'll show you the picture. I'll get it up to the camera. Tell me if it all.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's the devil copulating with a woman and producing Merlin.
There you go.
Also, I think that if you believe in like the devil, like demons and stuff, I think it would have come kind of like a belief, you know, because some people do believe in it, don't they? But I don't know.
I'm not
This is
that clued
quite
up with it
interesting.
at all, to be
No,
honest.
This is
never
quite
mind.
interesting. It says here, so I'm going towards Incubus now. So it says here, devils in the form of women, succubi, lead to males and receive their semen by cunning skill. The demons preserve its potency, and afterwards, with the permission of God, they become incubi and pour it out into female respiratories. What the hell is that, Dan?
Oh, that's your so that's your succubus then.
The incubus demons took pains to get the best quality semen, sinisterati, without approving. Summarized two late 16th century writers, the Dominican Thomas Malvinda and Dr. So they're saying that these two doctors, obviously, like in doing a mess, and it being collected and stored. I don't know. I just think this is very sort of borderline to me. Sexual. It's just sexual, and humans basically can't take responsibility.
No.
And then it's just easier to blame.
And you got to remember
devils.
in those periods, I mean, even though people did do it, of course people have done it because people are people and they always will. But if you were seen to be having sex outside marriage or doing something that was a little bit, you know, risque, then your first thing you could shout is, well, it was a demon, couldn't you? That was what made me do it. Or,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is it me? Eric, you might know, being in America, it's a bit different in America. Dan, you'll know. Is it me, or is it only just recently that we have accepted as a society masturbation? Because way back when, as far as, I don't know, go back 30, 40 years, even if you masturbated or got found out that you masturbated, it was all like, oh my God, there's something wrong with that
people in
person.
mental homes for it, didn't they? They used to put people in asylums
Yeah.
for masturbation.
Did they really?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, studying medical, I know for sure that kids at a certain age will be curious enough to touch themselves. And everybody's thinking, oh, you know, someone's molesting them, or, you know, they got some kind of problem. No, it's just a natural thing.
It's just discovering, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just
So
discovering.
if it was found out that you did this, going back into medieval, especially in medieval era, to save face, you would drum up this demon. I mean, it was already done in the Maleficarum.
Malleus Maleficarum, yeah.
Incubus and Succubus, and it was just to save face and to blame women or men.
Well, that Malleus Maleficarum was was it King James? Well, anyway, he that was known as the Hammer of the Witches, wasn't it? And the whole point and purpose of that.
That's true.
Exactly, but the whole point of that Maleficarum or Malleus Maleficarum was to condemn people.
Yeah,
it was a book that go, look, this is the book, bang, you've done this, bang, we'll come you out and execute you. Hi Anthony, hi Bill.
Yeah.
You have everything in hand. Blimey, I'd have been doing life for it, wouldn't I, if they'd have been still putting you away for it now. Yeah.
I think half of us would already go blind if that was true too.
That's why we're
Hi, Bill.
Oh yeah. Yeah, quite a few people have, haven't they? It's not an uncommon thing. Yeah. Oh, sister, yeah, she was, yeah.
we're doing this back to front. Dan, can you sing? Are you able to sing?
Oh, Chantel, you're so hot. I like to look at your butt. It makes me kind of feel sexual lover. That's about as good as it gets.
There you go. Your very own
this
incubus or succubus. There
I had 4 light imps at the bottom of my bed, pulling at my quilt. I sat up and said, in the name of the Father and Son and Holy Spirit, I command you to leave. They did, and have not seen them since.
There you go.
There you go.
Hi, Kelly.
Oh, we'll sort something out, Kelly.
Yeah,
We've been run off our feet recently. Sorry.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
See you, Liz.
Sorry, Liz.
So good, Liz. So good.
We've gone back to front, Dan. I've done the bottom up rather
That's
than
all
top
right. That's
down.
all right. We are back to front, Viv, so we'll work. We can work it.
Can you sing to Rita?
Yeah.
Oh, Rita, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Rita, whoa, 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 whoa. I think you're really great. Yeah, yeah. Your husband Eric's my best mate. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna get pissed and we're gonna stay out late. Thank you, Rita. There you go.
Ben Redhead.
He's not here, is he?
Ben Redhead. Oh, he was here.
Was he here?
Ooh.
There he
Ben
is.
Redhead. There he is.
Oh, Ben.
All right, Ben.
There you go, dear.
I do. I've had a wash, Rita.
And dyed your beard.
And dyed my beard. Thanks, Joe. You fucking mouthy git. Keep all quiet.
I saw
I
that.
noticed it earlier. I was like, that used to be grey. What's going on?
Grey was white.
Oh, dear.
I'm like,
Oh, thank you, sir. I'm okay. I'm okay.
dude.
Got a beard, got it all dyed. I was trying to holding back the years.
Holding back the beard.
Holding back my ears.
Okay.
Makes you 10 years younger, Dan.
Yeah.
only from the nose down.
Yeah.
I still look 95, but the nose up.
1970s porn star comes to mind.
Yeah. Rob, what's his name? Jeremy?
Yeah.
Was it Rob Jeremy? Was it Rob Jeremy? Or...
Yeah, one of them.
God,
Yeah, I can't be, yeah.
I don't know.
I never watch porn.
No.
Yeah. I
I
just
watch
read
it,
about
but
it.
I do enjoy it.
Look, this is supposed to be a family show, you know.
Ron Jeremy, that's it.
What is
Well, Bill.
What is he looking
Trust Bill.
I was going to ask Dan if you always looked like Yosemite Sam. I do look like Yosemite Sam, don't I? What I need is an ass, and I need to go gold prospecting. Yosemite Sam did something different, making the carpet match the drapes. Hurt? No, no.
It's great down there.
The carpet's a ginger.
And you moan about Lois.
Thank you, Parker. Trust me.
So, we could go and get back. We're going off track from Incubus and Succubus.
We always do. So what do you think then? What do you think, like that woman that has recently, it's kind of recent history, last year or two, that's come out with the fact, or she says that was engaged to a ghost and she had sex with a ghost and she married a ghost.
Clearly off her head.
Clearly off her head. Do you think that that's...
You know, I just saw that story.
Yes.
She says she divorced the ghost because he was going out on her and screwing
Yes, divorce the ghost. She's clearly a sandwich short of a picnic.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Not the sharpest tool in the box, is she?
No.
There is another one. There was another one. There was an Irish woman that married the pirate.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
And then there was the younger one that was on, the one that you mentioned.
She was on...
She was having sex
like
with
breakfast TV, wasn't she? Daytime
Yeah.
TV, wasn't she? Banging on
she was
about
on
this
this morning,
spirit.
wasn't she?
They wanted to have a baby.
So what I will explain to you guys now, this is a woman thing. So if you don't want to hear it, shut your ears.
Is
But
it phantom pregnancy?
no, women have,
What did this?
some women, not all women can do it, but some women have the ability to do a thing called the pelvic floor exercise. Contract, release, contract, release. It's supposed to tighten up all your muscles. And this is what women are supposed to do after having children. to make sure everything's good down there once again. Some women, when they do this contract release, can work themselves up into a frenzy where they actually get stimulated to the point of orgasm. But because that is embarrassing, isn't it better to say you're having sex with a ghost? If they're masturbating, flatmate walks in, isn't it better to say you're having sex with a ghost? It goes back to the medieval period where blame the ghost.
Yeah.
But I think some people, where we have today, TV, social media, they think they're going to make money out of it, like a lot of ghost hunters do. It's a bit of fun for 5 minutes, and they're asked for this interview, that interview, because people just cannot believe the stupidity that comes out of these people's mouths.
Well, let's be honest, they only got her on because it was a modern day version of getting the asylum people for the asylum to fight each other, wasn't it? Which is exactly the same with these talent shows. A lot of the people they get on there are purely poking fun at the people with mental health problems, isn't it? Which is wrong.
Cabbage kids.
Cabbage kids. I remember the cabbage kids. Cabbage kids.
Yeah, so do I.
I remember the woman who married the pirate spirit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta do the cackles.
I'm assuming the caggles is something to do with the pelvic floor thing.
Yeah. You're sitting on a marble and tighten your pelvic muscles if you're lifting the marble. Oh! I think that doesn't the Vietnam ladies do it with ping pong balls?
Oh, yeah, Ben. Hope you're doing well, bud.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Women do it with what? Women do it with what?
They pick up ping pong balls and shoot them across the bloody room.
That's my Ibiza, isn't it? That's Sticky Vicky, isn't it? Sticky Vicky from my Ibiza, that is.
I don't know. But that's another, yeah. Let's not talk about that, shall we? But yeah, so this is just my understanding is, I mean, when you think you go back to those days, people were pretty much backward, weren't they?
Well, yeah, they were. They were. And remember, they're under control of the church, aren't they, at that point?
Oh,
at that point, weren't they? Yeah.
So whatever they're dictated to or told is gospel, isn't it, really, as far as I'm concerned?
So don't forget, around this, you also have informers, people that would peeping toms, go and tell tales. You have
nosy bastards, weren't they? Curtain twisters, really.
And then
nosy
you have
bastards.
Inquisition that also, had a lot. I think a lot to do with it. Whether it is the
Spanish Inquisition, yeah, they would tell you that, wouldn't they?
Or Matthew Hopkins.
What a show!
I used to love that Monty Python. We are the Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so.
Oh, you got to watch it.
Oh.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. Spanish Inquisition, brilliant. I'm still knackered after the weekend. I'm sorry. I'm not with it completely.
Oh, I'm not with it either, Dan. I know you mean. I know you feel.
Yeah.
We overcooked the egg, didn't we, on the weekend? Could very well be. Could very well be.
Walk around with a load of marbles going ching, 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 ching.
A bag of them.
Bag of marbles.
If I was at school, that would be a designer bag to keep your marbles in, wouldn't it? A hot chick.
Oh, no. Of the shape.
What?
Don't talk about sheep.
Yeah, it's talk about sheep shaggers.
Oh, terrible, Bobby. Terrible.
Bobby, it's terrible.
What's going on?
It's 666 degrees outside at the moment in Florida.
I bet it's hot as hell, I bet it is.
William wants to hear about the weekend.
Well, it starts on a Friday, then you have a Saturday and a Sunday, then you get out of work on a Monday.
No, your weekend.
Our weekend. It was a nightmare. No, it wasn't a nightmare, actually. It was a heavy going, Viv, wasn't it?
It was. It's
It was
only a
happy
bag
going.
of them. But if you don't do your kegels, Jack, do you know what? I swear Dan was called Ball Bag. We had an EVP.
I was called Ball Bag. Definitely called Ball
Ball
Bag.
Bag. So he's got a
I
bag.
think it was
I
Bald
would've called him
Bag.
worse.
Bald Bag. Bald Bag. Sounds like an old, like insult, doesn't it?
Mm.
Bloody
Ball bag.
bald bag, you bald bag.
Well, you're bald,
Yeah, I know, that's what I think.
And you
Because
did-
then it
and
said
you-
run over, didn't it?
and you're an
you
old
did have
bag.
And you
And I'm
did
an
have
old
a
bag, I'm a
bag.
bald bag.
Yeah, but you did have a bag with you.
That's not what I talk about, Gary. We did have a bald bag with us, it was me. We had an evening of when we first got there initially, we did the Robin Hood experience, which is in Nottingham, which is a really, really old build, not an ancient building, it's old, it's a few hundred years old.
Yeah.
And
But
we
the
didn't get
tunnels that run under it are even older.
they're ancient, aren't they? The tunnels under it. And there wasn't a lot going on there. And then there was a few other investigators who got there earlier than us. We got there a little bit later. So they left a bit earlier and we stayed on for another few hours. And after they left, for us, it was almost like the gas got turned up, didn't it? We started to get EVPs, which was pretty good.
Walk around? You did a walk around first with Gary, didn't you?
Did a walk around. It was quiet. Not a lot going on. We kept talking about how flat it was, really. And then once we'd finished that and come back down, the girls were having a drinking out with the girls. They did their thing. But once they'd gone, I think they'd had activity. But once they'd gone, it started to ramp up a bit for us, didn't it? There was definite.
Dan, ball bag is a bag of wind.
Yeah.
It might be.
So,
Yeah, it was interesting. And we got some good EVPs, like F was said a few times, and bald bag and run over.
Poor badger.
Then I killed a badger. I don't know if I did kill the badger, but I hit a badger that night, ran straight out under the car after Viv 10 minutes beforehand saying, Dan, you need to be careful because I think there's going to be something run out in front of the car like an animal tonight. And it did. So she'd have been fucking burnt at the stake if it had been 500 years ago.
No, I was just being a concerned friend.
I know, you'd hanged, wouldn't you? Not over it, not burnt.
Yeah,
But
drowned.
no, you were right, and it did. It ran out, and then it went under the car, and the car bump, 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 bump. I looked behind the rearview mirror. There was no badger. There was a car right up my arse. It was lucky that didn't fly into me because he was really close to me. But anyway, got Saturday. Then we went back and we did the Paranormal Museum, which is also in Nottingham.
That looked good.
That was good. The artifacts they got in there are amazing, all genuine stuff. And we did have a bit of, we had a few EVPs. A couple of the investigators had personal experiences which they say they saw things move and stuff. There was sort of like K2s and that going off and bits and bobs, and yeah, it was weird. And right at the top of the building, they've got a room where they keep, it's like an exorcist room. And what it is a bed in there that was actually, the woman was strapped to it for an exorcism years ago. And that room has got, I think it might be the way it's dressed, actually, because it's kind of dressed like with a priest dummy in it and a nun. And it's got Regan, like a full-size body of like Regan in the exorcism.
In the bed.
Strapped to the bed. So that looks a bit sort of, it dresses it, the way it's dressed makes you feel uneasy. But yeah, there was stuff there that was good. But the artifacts they've got there was just phenomenal. And I think, what time we leave there at, Viv? 2-ish?
It's about 2. It seemed later though, didn't
It
it?
did.
We were tired, weren't we? All of us were tired.
It did. But it was anybody who's not been there, you can visit for, I think it's £8. And you think £8 to get in there is a lot, but I'll tell you what, it's worth the money because they've got just some amazing stuff in there. Phenomenal stuff. Lots, and everything is authentic. Everything is original and authentic. There's none of these.
We can vouch for that because we have been to the Fifth Corner, which is Henry Scragg's business, and we have seen some of Henry's skulls at this museum, and we know the authenticity of Henry's skulls. We've seen them up close and personal, haven't we, Dan?
They were definitely used, weren't they?
Yeah.
We were passing each other, weren't we, when they were at Henry's?
Yeah, got that.
Oh dear, things we did while we were at Henry's, bless him.
Oh.
We were lucky, that we got to do that at Henry's place. I mean, Parker was beside himself, really, didn't know what to do.
That was an amazing place, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I haven't seen so many skulls in my life.
It was like walking into a serial killer's lair, wasn't it?
It was, yeah,
Really
yeah.
phenomenal place. But yeah, so that was good. But I would £8. I mean, you might think it's a lot of money, but believe me, it's worth them.
It's not. It's worth
penny.
it.
Yeah.
Every
I bought
penny.
myself a little treat.
Is
while
that
I was
hanging up
there.
behind you? Is it, Viv? Is that what's hanging
No,
up behind?
shall I go and get it?
Yeah, go on, show everybody what you got at the weekend.
Oh yeah, that thing that.
I'm very proud of it. I'll go and get it. Hang on. Oh, just give me a minute. You talk amongst yourselves, guys.
See, there's no place around here that you can get stuff like that.
There's what, mate?
There's no place around here you can get stuff like that.
No.
Is there not?
No.
I thought they would be.
I thought there's loads of curiosity places in America, isn't there? Like curiosity, it's not.
Nope.
Especially like load of game.
Real stuff, because real stuff like the skulls and that is illegal over here to own. So
Oh, what
Is
in
it?
your state?
unless you're in medical.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did you know that? Viv? Oh, it's got your ears in.
I've had
Did
to
you know that?
hide it away from the cat.
Viv,
Sorry, what
Eric
was
was
you saying?
saying it's illegal to own skulls over there.
Is it? I think
Yeah,
it's
unless you're
illegal.
medical.
Isn't
What is
it
that in your
illegal?
state?
I thought it was illegal to because they were dealing with the Native American graves and they were selling those and digging up that sort of thing. But apparently, unless they're medical grade ones, you're not supposed to be able to sell them. Apparently, you're supposed to prove
got-
the authenticity.
He got body parts, ashes, everything in that place, isn't he, for sale? Like human ashes.
It's very delicate.
Oh,
It's
it is delicate.
but it's beautiful.
It is very cool.
I'll hold it up to the camera.
Oh wow.
It's cool, isn't he?
Oh, God.
I hope John eats it.
It's a I think it's a male.
Yep.
It's a
You got a
male.
willy. You got a willy.
Oh, God. God,
Yeah, that's all you care about.
Where's his willy? Where's his willy? I want to see his willy again.
Right there, you can see it.
Ooh,
there.
he's well hung. What a big willy.
Wow.
Think your blood.
Apparently, he's a baby fruit bat.
Right.
So he will get hung. But I've
With a cat dribbling on it.
Yeah, he's already tried to kill him, hasn't
the cat's already tried to get in the box. He sat on the bag on top of the box.
No, try to
Oh,
get
really?
away from a cat. That's something different. I've had to do that twice.
Yeah, but
They're pretty cool, aren't they? They're pretty cool.
yeah,
Each to their own, really.
I've always wanted a bat.
Do you not like any of that, Jay?
Nah.
Like all that stuff.
No, that's why I was quite shocked when I went into Henry's place because I've, like stuffed cats, stuffed foxes. No, and
They had
then
a
like the
whole cabinet of mummified cats in that place, didn't they?
What did
And
you
then-
think of the torso, the mummified body?
No, it's
Not for you.
not for me, unfortunately.
I have named the bat. I've named him Brian.
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 Good name for a bat.
It's a good name
name.
for the bat, Brian.
Good name.
If that was Ginger, you'd have called it Lois.
Now, if I get another one, I'll call it Betty. Brian and Betty.
Nice.
Speaking about Brian, his birthday is today.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Let's all sing happy birthday to Brian, by the way.
143, isn't he?
Well, he does look like Fred Bat. So, on the count of 3, everybody in the chat join in. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to
Brian.
you. Happy birthday to you.
Brian, what a guy.
Happy birthday to
Brian. What a guy. He's got a guy,
He's a Yorkshire
Brian.
man and likes a cup of tea.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to
to
you.
Brian. Eddie Thump.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Oh,
And so say all of us.
um,
Happy birthday, Bri.
happy birthday, Brian. Have a really good one.
That's a Yorkshire accent, by the way, guys. Come on, John. He got upset because I had the blind down. It's a bit bright out there tonight.
Bright light. Wow. This is a riveting show we've got for you this evening, isn't it? It's like it's non-stop from start to finish.
I know. I'm just so tired.
Because we're knackered, aren't we? You're absolutely
Everybody
shattered.
was tired today.
Bobby's dog was howling then.
Nah, I would be as well.
Howling.
Oh, bless. I bet he sounded better than us, to be fair, though, Bobby.
Yeah.
Do that too.
Radio
Yeah.
silence.
I know. I just think, you know,
Yeah,
just
I think we're so shattered and stuff, haven't we? And it was such a busy weekend. And then we got another investigation coming up this Saturday, haven't we?
Wow.
Yeah, we've got to catch up. I've got a lot of driving to do on Friday.
Oh, yeah, you haven't you?
Yeah, but that'll be interesting. I'm terrible with driving. I don't know where I'm going. It's hilarious. Especially if I've got Dan in the car he's supposed to be my navigator and keep me calm. And he doesn't even look up from his phone. Yeah, you're doing a good job. Carry on. And I'm freaking out in the car. Dan, I can't see the fucking road. He says, yeah.
It would help if you open your eyes.
That was in torrential rain, that was, wasn't it? When it
It's unreal, wasn't it? Every time we had a van go past or a lorry, it was like we was almost got drowned, didn't we? In the bloody, just as you know, just when there's no holes in your car. God,
Dan would have got very wet.
It was an awful night, I tell you.
It's a good job the roof was okay, not leaking.
Well, yeah.
Glass roof.
No, exactly. But it was good. It was good. But yeah, we're out again this weekend, so we're gonna try and get some rest and how you do the weekend as and when we can. Excuse me, sorry, as and when we can. And then there's just good, only a little local one this weekend.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would be good.
Yes.
Awesome. Just let your spirit guide take the. You're joking.
Yeah.
My spirit guide wouldn't know how to drive a car. He doesn't even know how to wash, let alone have a car.
Yeah.
Mine's probably always drunk or most times, so that wouldn't work. Not that I've got one.
Improves.
To be fair, my spirit guide, he does do something, and he does get a little bit high. And it was something that he did that he called connecting with his ancestors. But when he comes in high and he comes in really close to me, I feel really high, and I've not done anything. I think, oh, this feels nice. And then he's talking to me. I haven't got a clue what he's saying. It's a waste of time him coming in to do that because I don't understand any of it and I can't remember it. So just, yeah. But yeah, spirit guide's a funny.
I've got a good watch couple of minutes. Get that jar of doom out.
Jar of Doom. Who's picking?
I'm not.
Special birthday Jar of Doom for Bri. Our main guy.
I'm not on next week. I'm working nights, so
Dan,
I'm not on next week.
Are you working nights next week?
Dan, you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
I'll prod. Right. Jay.
Number 2.
1 or 2?
Oh,
2.
God. Good boy.
What is it? Oh.
Oh, now that is an interesting.
Oh, I'm gonna miss another one.
That is interesting.
Look, you're just going to have to watch it on catch up, Jay.
Yeah.
Not without me, is it?
Are you going to see what we say about you when you're not there?
Probably.
He knows all that. We've told him.
We'll tell him to his face anyway. You don't.
Exactly.
Said it all before.
He knows that.
What's the subject of? Do you like them? Are you against them? I mean,
What,
What's that,
Jay?
blood
Are we against
transfusion?
Jay?
I am here. I am here, Eric.
Do we like Jay? Nah. Do we
No,
like him?
I mean the transfusions and transplants.
Oh no,
Oh,
I'm for
right.
them. I'm all for them. All for them.
What are you all for him, Jay?
If they need them, yeah. But blood transfusions, it only depends on the person, what they're what they're. But if they don't deserve it, then no.
If it was a
I can't really go into it because obviously
If
my
it-
work.
No, that's fair enough.
If it
Fair
was
It's
enough.
going to be quite hard.
If it was
fair
a
enough.
killer, a mass murderer in prison that got ill and needed a blood transfusion, do you think he should have it?
No.
What do you
No.
think, Eric?
Nope.
No.
Dan?
No, definitely not.
No.
No.
So those
Let the
rights
bastard,
be taken
not
away.
been horrible, but let the bastard suffer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those rights should be taken away. But then these type of people, they go into the prisons and get treated like kings over here. I
Well,
don't
because
know
they've
what
got
it's
so
like
many-
over in America.
So many pricks shouting human rights. What about the human rights that they didn't extend to the people that they murdered
Exactly.
or the families
Exactly.
that they destroyed?
Mm.
No, sorry, no. In actual fact, anything half decent about them, use it. Cut them up and use it.
Do you not think that their bodies should be used afterwards for medical science, not for transplanting into somebody else, but
Well, I'll be honest with you, and I know it sounds a bit Third Reich and Nazi, but I do believe that people like child killers, child murderers, molesters, like real rapists and things like that, I think that they should be used for medical experiments.
Mhm.
test your shampoos on and all that
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Only nonces have been armed in the making of this shampoo. Hey, try and use this lovely shiny shampoo.
Well,
We used 80 nonces. 450 nonces going to everyone.
guy, they've studied their brains before, so I know that's happened.
That has happened.
It has happened, but I think they should be used in these experiments, like Dan says, like medicines, our shampoos, our makeup, if you like, that all get put into the eyes of animals. Put them into the eyes of these killers.
Yeah.
And they haven't got a right. They haven't got a choice. They have to do it as part of their sentence. Yeah. Until you get put to death at such a time that that the state finds reasonable, then this is what you've got to go through.
No, first they got to bring back the death sentence first.
Yeah. Do you know what? I used to be a big advocate of the death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, no. Why should them bastards get away so easy? Be better to make their life a living hell.
Yeah, but normally if you're on death row, it normally takes about 20 years anyway, so they've suffered anyway.
Yeah, but I want
You know
them
what I mean?
badly. I want them to I wouldn't put them in like nice cells and that. I'd give them the shit of the shit. Crap food every day. Just no lighting. Hardly anything. On your own. Send you mental. Yeah, no. It annoys me that it's a way out for a minute, really, if they get executed like right away or what have you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
New champagne. So very That's going a bit too far, I think. That's
You could argue with that, but if it was one of my children or one of my family that had gone to their hands, I'd be only too fucking happy to see him go that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should kid ourselves. I think that the government are barbaric anyway. They should
Yeah.
hide it better.
yeah.
That's different. That's different.
That's
talking
different.
about if it's like without a shadow of a doubt. See, that's the problem. It's that attitude, William, I think, that causes them to be, looked after to the point where they're looked after better than the people that are still outside suffering.
Yeah. There are places in the world still that if you commit a crime, they'll chop your hands off for stealing. They'll chop your head off. No pomp and ceremony. There's no death row. You get sentenced to death, and it's done pretty
I think
quickly.
China
and
does
swiftly.
that.
We're just stealing something, you can get put to death.
But because we don't understand it, because we're not in that country, we weren't brought up with those laws, we would find that barbaric where they find it normal.
Yeah, it's acceptable, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think China do a thing which I always thought was it's actually cold and calculating, but I think it's probably the best answer. Is what they would do is if you're found guilty of that type of crime, definitely no way out of it. What they'll do is they put you into a box, like about a 4 foot by 4 foot, and there's no light in there, and they lock you in there, and you're on death row, but you don't know, they don't give you an execution date. So every time you hear them steps coming up, you don't know if you or not. You know, and I know it's horrific, but you know what? Let's remember what they did.
No, exactly.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you're better off not knowing, I think, half the time.
Yep.
Can you imagine a load of death row inmates all in together, all egging each other on to kill each other?
They do.
Yeah.
China is the best death row. Found guilty, taken to the square, placed behind a screen, and a bullet put in the head, and the bill sent to the parents.
Mind you, I say that. I mean, I'm not being funny. Some of them murderers and that. I mean, the parents had nothing to do with the way kids turned out.
No, exactly.
I've known the nicest people in the world with bastard children.
Yeah.
Well, now what they've been doing over here is, if a kid commits a crime, the parents are charged.
Didn't that happen recently to that little boy that took a gun into nursery and shot his teacher?
Yep.
Did he kill? I remember that. Did the teacher die or?
No, she survived it, didn't she? And then she was
thank God
suing
for that.
Yeah, she did survive it. But yeah, no, it's a sorry state of our world is just gone crazy, isn't it?
Mental.
Let's be honest.
Whole world's on its arse, isn't it? What do you think about the new developments? Not been too dark. Russia.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
They said that he's putting nuclear. He's declared he's putting nuclear weapons. He's pulling them out, and he's putting them. He's positioning them apparently.
I have heard stuff, but
If anybody wanted to start World War III, I figured it'd be him. So.
Over here, it costs $64,000 plus a year
Bloody
for
hell,
death
yeah.
inmates and $32,000 for general population.
That prison I got in Texas, I think that was quite good. The guy ran that.
Pink Shorts guy, intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeding him the cheapest of the cheapest food he was getting.
And they watch nothing but Disney.
Why are you doing that? He said, why are you doing that? He said, well, why should the taxpayers keep picking up the bill for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's voted in year after year, that guy, however often he's voted in time and time again.
Yeah. Doesn't he run chain gangs and things like that still?
Oh, yeah. He makes it with the pink outfits, doesn't he?
that's in Vegas.
Is it Vegas? Is it desert? Yeah, it is Vegas. You're right, it is.
Arizona.
You're right, it is in Vegas.
Because they stay outside under tents.
That's right, it's cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't mess around in Texas, do they?
Express line.
Express line. The Texas Express.
I think I don't know. Living without death, I think would be. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that.
I think there would be an equalization in life and death. I mean, that's why people die. I mean, for every person that dies, there's a person born. So.
I think nowadays, for every person that dies, there's about 3 or 4 that are born, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Georgia still has capital punishment. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
That's
there are quite a few states that still have capital punishment.
Yeah, there is. But, like our state, Wisconsin, doesn't have that. A little bit closer to this area doesn't have it. I think a few of the southern states still have them. So
I reckon they should bring back public floggings. Make it a spectacle. We can all go down Sunday afternoon or Sunday
But they
morning.
used to do here in the Victorian period. They
Yeah,
go around
take your
selling little
sandwiches.
dolls, didn't they? People hanging.
Yeah.
I'll be down there every Sunday with my suitcase. Roll up, roll up.
So it's very
The thing is, it costs too much to hire it to charge that up now, doesn't it? Well, it does over here.
You can still,
Hello, Mr. Murden.
Hello, Mr. Burden. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Hi, Carl.
you can still party.
Hmm.
Can you imagine being hooked up to that thing? They'd have to soak a sponge,
Wow.
put a sponge underneath the shock thing that goes on your head. But if you don't do that, it'll just burn everything.
Well, look what happened in the Green Mile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if it still happens, but it used to happen, didn't it? That when they used to throw the switch, because it used to be a big rubber gloves, didn't they? Because the amount of
Yeah.
electricity.
Guys,
When they used to throw the switch, the lights in the
here.
prison dim.
There's a question here for you guys, right? Hang on if I can find it. Right, all of you, including me, name one person you'd love to see flogged to death and why.
Well, anybody that would kill children.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I can't
I'll
name
be quite honest. The one person I'd love to see flogged to death, flayed, and I'll piss all over her is Letitia Stausch.
Yeah, piece of work, isn't she?
Yeah, she was found guilty in Florida recently.
And
So
she sat there with that freaking smirk on her face.
Who was that?
And
Is she the
boy's parents were broken.
she stabbed this boy 18 times. He
Oh.
died, and then
Wow,
she
sweet
shot
little
him.
kid.
Then she shot him three times, put his body in a suitcase, put it in the cellar. Then she drove around with it into the next state, into Florida, and threw his body over a bridge where a passerby found it.
Wow.
Sweet little kid, no, wasn't he? Bless him.
And then she admitted guilty to the murder, but then she said that she was mad, momentarily mad.
So she wouldn't get a big enough sentence.
It even says in the Bible, doesn't it? If you hurt a child, better to put a millstone around your neck and throw you into the deepest part of the ocean.
Well, the person that she's already dead anyway, so it's not
exactly Anthony.
Yeah.
Who,
Thatcher.
Jay? Thatcher, Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah. It's only because when she was in government in '89 when Hillsborough happened, she brushed it over the carpet. So basically, in England there was a massive stadium crush.
Yeah, it was massive, horrendous.
97 Liverpool fans that, and there was so many ambulances. The police lied on their statements. She was in Parliament at the time.
Don't forget, there's one big thing that we're all missing here. Remember, Thatcher was ginger.
Well, yeah, there's one then.
There you go then, yeah.
But,
I just like her, she said that.
Yeah, so that's the one. That's the one person, but she's already there. So.
Ooh.
Somebody bought one of those recently, didn't they, on the lecture? Oh, it was, what's his name over here bought one, didn't he? The husband and wife team, the husband of the team that shall not be named from the programme, that shall not be named. Oh, what was that? I didn't think that. North Korea, what? Practices a collective punishment, which means one member of family. Oh, that's cold. Oh.
Hello, Joe.
We start Dan off. He's getting over a headache as it is. Dan, don't lose it.
He's thinking about that Vauxhall, isn't he?
I agree with that, Linda. I was
with the lights.
Bill's tickled me there. That's fucking tickled me there.
No, it's Lois. It's only Lois.
I can't say anything against your sister.
Hey, what?
My sister has ginger hair, so I can't say.
Yeah, well, I've got a bit of ginger in my hair, so
Oh yeah, I have the odd ginger come through when I've had to grow a beard, like out. Well, white now.
It's not actually, is it? It's brown.
Brown,
Just
brown.
just for men.
It is a skid mark brown I went for. That was on the packet. Skid mark brown. It said when you want your tap to actually look the same colour as grass. They do not have any souls. No, they have no soul. They are in effect. They are like Dementors.
no, they are
Harry Potter.
They are fiery. They have got
they are.
some of them are short tempered. They are fiery.
Mm.
But
my
wouldn't
nan
you be?
was.
Wouldn't you have the if you were ginger?
No,
No,
Would you be angry all the time? I would.
no.
no, the ginger is angry.
Oh,
The ginger gets angry, not the
I'm
person
married to a
married.
ginger. Bill.
Just for men.
Just
Yep.
for me.
Can you imagine Dan putting that on and it going wrong? Oh look,
L'Oreal is wearing skid mark by L'Oreal.
Natasha's gone orange and my beard's turned green.
Oh, Billy Connolly.
Yeah.
I'll have you lot know the only reason I'm growing this out long like that is not to look like Rob Jeremy or whatever his name is. It's actually because I'm going to get a handlebar moustache. And I'm going to have one
You're
again.
gonna twist it.
I'm going to have another handlebar moustache.
Nice.
And I'm going to wear a white scarf for over show. Go Smitho, chaps.
Oh, it's the second
Bandits
time
and Dawn.
somebody's asked the question. I bet he's put it down there and all.
I
I wouldn't know personally, but we'll have to ask his wife next time we see her.
No, mine. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No. I'm as shaved as a baby's bum down there.
Oh my God, Dad! Too much.
I'm not.
info.
Actually, I don't know what it's like. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I must get a mirror out. Mirror on a stick.
Then they say that the Iceni as well. The Vikings and the Iceni, they were all redheads.
A lot of them were, yeah. Right.
Proper Celtic roots.
And you had as much chance of understanding them as you have with Lois.
Oh, dear.
Flavor saver from white to I did.
White to brown.
I've got one thing to say to you, Bill. Pedo Joe. Right.
Oh, a mass possession going on live.
Oh.
Are you
what?
sure that's not
It's not us he's watching, he's made a mistake, is he?
It's a congregation of people
That's what-
escaped from a lunatic asylum. All
Oh.
being...
That sounds interesting. What's that on, Bobby?
Could an evil
Box.
spirit jump into a person and make a person kill? Well, didn't they say that of the Amityville horror that the devil or the demon had jumped in and he massacred his family? He then went to prison, and all these years later, he's turned around and told the truth and said, "No, I did it."
It was him who did it.
Yeah. So again, is it too easy to blame
The other
the
side.
devil, the demon, whatever, the other side?
This is the problem with all this crap. You know, how are you supposed to believe what's real if people are thinking the crap all the time, you know?
Well, yeah, and the thing is as well, I mean, we got to be careful that we don't go back to demonising people with mental health issues.
Exactly. Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, they're a demon. It's like, whoa, no, come on.
Well,
There's
he's been
people
calling
that have
us
got a problem
possessed.
that need help with it. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just a hiccup in the road, like we all do at times.
Yeah.
You know, and if they've got long term, then they need long term care. You know.
That's what
That's not Joe Pedo then.
Joe Biden was talking, and it's a
Yes. Bobby, what was he like, honestly? Do you think he had issues?
Who, Joe Biden?
No, Ron DeFeo. The guy
All right.
Yeah.
You can try it, Carl. If it works, let me know.
Oh, God.
Was tripping his nuts off.
Tripping his nuts off.
No,
And
no
no
issues.
issues. There you go. So it wasn't possessed in prison then. I'll rest my case.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it? You know? It's like these people that commit these crimes, they're not mentally ill, they're fucking evil. There's a big
Well,
difference.
Apparently, that is true because they did it's on Netflix. There was a guy, he was a police officer that thought about stalking and killing a girl. He thought about it, didn't actually do it, and he got charged, didn't he?
really?
Yeah.
Was that over here or in America?
In America. Have we better? Just off air, just let us know who she is. I'll just kick her in the crutch next time I see her.
Who's it about?
His ex.
Oh, have we met her, Carl?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it becomes an obsession.
Yes, I like Father Lampert, yeah.
Yep. I mean, using fake holy water, yeah, I've seen that done before.
Yeah, I've been watching. There's been some interesting
Developments with that.
programs and that. Interesting interviews online with the priesthood recently, and particularly with the exorcist.
I have holy water from
No.
Lourdes.
Oh, look.
From Lourdes. Lourdes, yes. Where all those people have put their dirty feet in the water.
Nice.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's pedo,
Go to
isn't
a
it?
certain house, Carl, that's a bit notorious around there.
No, that was her mum and her
Well,
dad.
yeah, I don't know if I've made a mistake. Is it though? I don't. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, I don't know who that was then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
What?
School program?
Robin Williams, a comedian.
Yeah.
What did he do? He was Robin. Bless him. He suffered, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Carl's ex.
I didn't know that, Carl. Didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a good one now, so.
Yeah.
Do you know what? What was her name? Elizabeth Fry. She was the only one that did any real good when it come to asylums in England.
Yeah.
She was the only one, and she fought tooth and nail for those people. Anyway, I can still investigate for exorcism, but just can't do them anymore, health reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a bloody lot of energy that you use up doing it, isn't it?
Get yourself a decent blood transfusion.
You know. I watched a vampire film today for the first time in years.
Jay, what?
Joe, give you some blood. Young spring chicken ears.
If it's a match, yeah.
You'd be talking like. How do those Liverpudlians talk, Dan? Do it. That's how he'll be talking like.
Right there, Wack. How's it going?
That's the only problem.
So who believes that possession is a real thing, demons? I think it is a real thing, but I think that it's so rare.
Yeah.
So rare.
Apart from if you're Zach Bagans.
Yeah.
Then it's just complete nonsense.
Then they all go to him because he's so special.
But it still takes it out of you, though, Bill.
Oh yeah, completely.
Yeah.
That's what you need, isn't it?
Dan, which one did you watch?
Oh, it was one where actually it was quite good. It was a plane that got hijacked, and they were making out that they were terrorists, but they weren't. They were terrorists who sat there hijacking the plane, but they were doing it because they wanted to crash the stock market and then spend millions buying up. Anyway, they wanted to end up. It's all over money.
What was it called?
I can't remember. But they were on a
Was that
plane,
good?
and it was a woman. It was okay. There was a woman who was she'd been bitten by a vampire, and it was her and her son on the plane flying to New York or somewhere.
Red Sky.
Yes, it was Red Sky. Yes, Carl. It was. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Yes, exactly, Bill.
Yes,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and that was before lunch.
And I bet he cried like a baby.
Actually, every show that
That's fair, Bobby. That's fair.
That's by a demon.
Yeah.
Terry, Two Willies, where you been?
Hi, Tel.
Hello, Terry. How you doing? Well, bud.
Would walk in. Be a
Part-time possession, yes. It'd be a part-time possession.
Yeah, walk in and walk out.
That's when an evil spirit is
A bit
actually
like a
got the
drive-through.
house.
A bit like a demon drive-through.
No,
Jump
I
in
don't
one
think that.
person.
No,
Don't like
I
them.
don't.
I'll
I
go
don't
into
think
that
it's-
person. Oh no, I don't
I
like
think-
Dan. Oh, I think I'll
a
jump into Jay.
Split personality is just a split personality. I don't think it's demonic. And a lot of people with split personalities are completely harmless, aren't they?
What about this then,
I was
Dan?
personalities.
That looks good, Bill. That looks good.
What about what they call it, DID? Or we know it as split personality disorders, where you could have more than one personality,
Yeah, that's something
Yeah,
different.
And you can talk like-
multiple personality. Yeah.
and you can talk. You can be a man, you can be a woman, you can be a child, or whatever. Would people consider? Would they have considered
I
that
think,
possession?
They would have. They probably would have years ago, but now we know it as a mental illness, don't we?
But I think the most personalities I've ever heard anybody having is 14
Yes.
different personalities.
Yeah. They must be able to talk in different languages as well.
I
If I
don't
get
know.
a French one, talking a nice, sexy French accent.
And there are a few women, a couple of children, whatever. I'll tell you, Jack.
That was a cracking film, that one, Cliff.
Yeah, the right was good.
That was a good film.
Yes, it was.
I do not believe in demonic possession or demons or any of that. However, civilizational gods will have you believe in it through their dogma or different ideologies. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Rather than owning up to the crime that you've just committed or the wrong deed that you had done, they try and cover that up rather than taking responsibility and putting it right. No. And that Defoe guy, the Amityville Haunting, is the guy. You know, they made films out of it, books out of it. They made a lot of money out of that.
Money, it's money spinner.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's all money.
Spinner.
It's all money, and even for the church to a certain degree. Not all churches, but even to the church to a certain degree, it's all still money because people are willing to part with money. And you know what? I don't agree with it, but yeah, if somebody's offering a service, you shouldn't expect it for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you receive, you should give something back freely, and you know. Anyway, I'm gonna have a rant. I'm not gonna rant. I'm too tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, exactly.
Yep.
We're all entitled to our own beliefs and
Exactly,
pathways
Bill.
and things. And that's how we grow and learn ourselves. You know.
Somebody's having fun in the background.
Yeah, because I'm not there.
Yeah.
Wait till I've finished on here, I'll bugger it all up for them.
No, don't be horrible to them all. Ooh.
How about that?
Well, I don't know about that, but I think my cat's Satan.
Is he?
Yeah, I got one too.
At the
Oh,
minute,
see?
do you know what he's doing at the minute? He's attacking a black bin bag full of rubbish. He's just
He
attacking
ain't got
it.
that back in a corner, is he threatening it?
Yeah, he's eating it.
I think there's a little moth that, flying around and John's trying to kill it. I think that's what it is.
He's the mothinator.
It's been
Mothman.
flying around for
The
days, that moth.
mothinator.
My one cat, Midnight, the youngest one, will be so calm, sitting still, then all of a sudden she'll bolt off.
Oh, really? You could go into one.
Just start going off and chasing. Then I got one goes around, she jumps on it, tries to grab the ball, flips over it. I'm like, what are you doing?
They're
I
weird.
don't know about
things.
you, lot, but I'm going to move in a minute because I'm knackered.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we will be back next week talking about blood transfusions and transplants.
Sorry. Transfusions.
Transfusion? Anyone?
Transfusions, £2 go to transfusions. Get your lovely get your, was it? Blood, whatever it is here.
Blood O rhesus positives.
Mm.
Alien blood.
I can never
God.
pronounce that. Is it
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, is it?
Cthulhu. Ask Zach about Cthulhu because he went and investigated, didn't he? Cthulhu. Oh, I don't know. I've studied theology for the better
Theology,
part of
yeah.
30 years. Yeah. Rome, Augustrian to Reformed. One life event that changed all that. But yeah, we know about that. Yes. You did tell us. Cats, great keepers of the gates. World of
Yes,
the
so they
dead.
say.
My cat couldn't bloody keep anything, trust me.
Keeps you on your
dribbles.
toes.
Well, he dribbles a lot. Oh,
Book of the Dead, yeah.
Yeah, I bet that's an interesting book.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
But it,
yeah, no, Bobby. Yeah, that was very tragic. What happened to you?
awful.
And nobody could take that away from you, honestly. Lou dribbles. Yes. Do you know dribbly pets? I think they were sent here just to. Oh
Dribble.
no, Dan. He does it in your face, and then he shakes his
Yep.
head, and then the dribbles all. Oh, it's disgusting.
I feel
And he does.
cat sneezes on you.
Do you know?
Oh,
Do you know what is
I
hell
love
on
all that.
earth? Do you know what is hell on earth? Before we go,
Go on.
I'll say
the
something before we go.
smell of a
Yes.
cat's fart.
Oh,
Worse
nothing
than
like
any
it.
dog or human. Oh
Nothing
my
like it.
god,
Nothing like it's heave-worthy, isn't it?
Heave-worthy,
it's
really.
disgusting. No, it is disgusting.
Heave-worthy. Yes, Jay's got something. Jay's got something important.
Yeah,
to say.
so I
Yes, Joe.
experienced something this weekend was a bit out of shape, really. So it's just kind of a warning to the guys out here. So basically, I found out one of my friends committed suicide. He hung himself in a garage because he's a man and he didn't say to people what he was going through. So all the guys watching, please talk to people. You know, we are human at the end of the day. And if we're suffering mental health, please chat to people. You know, it is quite of a shock. I'm still in shock. But yeah, guys, just please talk to your partners, whoever, your best mates. You know, I'm here to talk. If you want to get me on social media or whatever, just chat. Because then, you know, we don't know what's around the corner. So just please chat.
Or reach out if you can't talk to somebody or either online or your friends, reach out to the Samaritans.
Yeah, Samaritans
They
as well, yeah.
they
They're
do
brilliant.
not judge. They do not judge, and they are brilliant, brilliant people.
And what
You
you have
know.
to remember is you're not the only one going. I've gone through it.
Yeah.
You're not the only
Yeah.
one going through it when you're
No.
down in the darkness of, and you can't. Everybody at some point ends up there. But yeah, but just, do you know what? The thing is, ending it is a long-term solution to a short problem. Really.
Exactly.
That
You just pass the problems to your family and
Yeah.
those that you
Yeah.
leave
Yeah,
behind.
Yeah, exactly,
So
yeah.
And I know,
Course.
and the reason that Jay's talking about men is because he's never spoke. Men don't really speak about their
No.
problems,
No.
and not only that, and it's not. It's because of men's behaviour. A lot of women tend to think that men don't suffer the same as them,
Yeah.
and
exactly.
unfortunately, male suicide rates have gone exponentially through the roof.
They're through the roof, so
Right for the roof.
Yeah.
More than anybody, more than females, anybody, more than anybody. And it needs addressing. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, it's
Nothing to
not.
be
No,
ashamed
exactly.
of.
No.
I've had friends. I've had to stop friends from doing it. You know.
Yeah, I've had to do that as well. I've tried to sort of speak friends down from stuff. And I've never been to that point myself, but I know how dark and depressing things can get. But you got to remember, it's temporary.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You know, things change all the
Before
time.
it goes too late, if that makes sense.
And don't be ashamed, because there's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, definitely
you know,
not.
and if you can't bring yourself to speak to anyone or ring that Samaritan's number because you're worried about your phone bill or whatever, reach out to your GP. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're not a nuisance to anyone. You know, if you can't get hold of these guys, phone me. You know, reach me on Facebook.
I'm more than happy to help people out.
I've got
Me too.
I've got an open profile on Facebook. You can
Me
call
too.
me on Facebook. If text me, call me. Eric, he doesn't mind. Dan,
No. I'd be only pleased to help someone.
Me too.
yeah.
I think the thing you got to remember as well is it's no stigma.
No.
There's no stigma to it.
No, exactly.
We've all been there.
You will hear us laughing and joking about ghost hunting, aliens, demons, whatever, the church, whatever we talk about. But what really does matter to us is not the dead.
No,
we care about the living and about you guys, you know. So we will always put you first. Unless, of course, in Dan's case, you're ginger, then he'll say ring Viv.
I'll direct you to Viv.
Yeah. No,
even if you're ginger. But the thing is, as well, don't be. I mean, the thing is, talk to a friend as well, because at the end of the day, you might think, well, I don't want to burden people.
No.
But you know what? If anything happens to you, the first thing your friend will guarantee to say is, well, why didn't they speak to me?
Exactly,
mate. You've nicked that on the nail on the head.
So just come to us. If you've got
and
no one,
and
you've got us.
Also, in today's society, there is nothing that you could say that would shock or horrify. Do you know what I mean? So whatever it is that you're going through, don't be on your own. You know, we're in a civilized society. We accept more as well. And you know what? That person that you are burdened to, that you offload to, not burden, but offload your burden to, might be able to help you. You might be surprised.
And be only too glad to. You know, it's too late when somebody finds out through the grapevine that somebody's going to have done something silly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because they could have spoken to us. Because by that point, the guilt's on us then, isn't it? Because we think, well, we need to have reached out. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, we might not be experts, but we'll be with you, and we'll advise people who might help.
That's for the gingers. Right.
We're a bit ginger, aren't we?
So we are going to wrap up this show, but before I do, I'm going to leave you all with a bombshell. Iron Brew have brought out 2 new flavours.
Really?
What they brought out?
The vanilla in it.
Cream soda.
That's it.
Oh, I like cream soda.
I don't know what the other one is.
I love cream soda.
I like cream soda.
Yeah, but Iron Brew cream soda, it's just not right.
No, I still like the original. Oh, sorry, Dan, I still like the original.
I think we need to have a chat with Lois about this and
Lois.
do a
She's
show.
their spokesman, isn't she?
But I do know that Mountain Dew came out with the alcoholic version now.
The hot
Did they
version.
really?
Yeah, that's probably
Well,
what
let's
Eric's
hope,
drinking now.
let's hope it gets over here soon.
Well, I'm going to say good night, everyone. I'll leave it to you guys.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody. Take it easy. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
See you later.
Oh, hi, Lauren. I didn't see you there.
Hi,
Hope you're
Lauren.
doing
Bye,
well.
Lauren.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks very much for coming.
Good night.
See you soon. Okay,
It's not stopping, Dan. I don't know what's going on.
go away. You've had your money.